my name is Kenzie with Gypsy Yoga by Kenzie. Today we're going to do a 20-minute yoga sequence for back pain. This sequence will be for anybody who has back pain, whether it be mid to lower back pain. It will work for you to hopefully relieve and ease some of the tension and pain in your back. We are in a new spot and it's so gorgeous. We're in the Northern California area near Mount Shasta, and it is just a fabulous place to be camping. It's right by a river. As you can see, the river is a little cold, but when it's hot outside like it is today, it's really nice to take a little cold dip, if you know what I mean. So it's just a really beautiful area, and we are enjoying the heck out of this area, and we are so excited to see the rest of Northern California into Oregon. We are just so excited. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll meet you on the mat. Make sure to grab a blanket, 2 blocks if you have any. You can also use books or a pillow or a bolster. Anytime during this sequence your back is hurting, do not push yourself to do any of the moves that hurt. What I want you to do is take a break and go into child's pose position. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started in Sukhasana. But this time I would really like you to be in a supported Sukhasana. So grab a blanket and fold it up and put it right underneath your bottom to kind of lift your bottom, cross your legs, and sit on the very edge of the blanket so it gives you a nice and easy supported sitting pose. Forward tilt of the pelvis, rolling your shoulders back, sucking in your stomach, placing your hands on your knees, taking your gaze to the ground or closing your eyes completely, and start to come to your nice, long and steady breaths. And this time, when we inhale, we want to inflate our chest and then finish inflating with our stomach. Pause at the very top for 2 seconds, and then when you exhale, start to exhale and deflate your stomach, and then finish with your chest and pause at the very bottom of that exhale for 2 seconds. We'll do 6 breaths. And as you breathe, I want you to concentrate on your breath when you inhale and when you exhale. We have 3 more breaths to do. For these last 3 breaths, start to bring in Ujjayi breath, which is where you constrict the back of your throat when you inhale and when you exhale. So it will create like an ocean breath kind of sound. Beautiful, guys. So keep with that steady breath that we just found with those nice, long and steady breaths throughout the whole practice today. So moving on to your knees, we are going to go into Vajrasana, which is a thunderbolt pose. So place your knees together, put your feet and heels together, sit back onto your heels, place your hands on your knees, lift your chest. So when you inhale, we will do cow. So what I want you to do is lift your chest as you inhale, really arch your back, pull your shoulders back, and as you exhale, long and steady exhale, arch your back and bring it to the back, really sucking your stomach to your spine, pulling your chin to your chest. Inhale, bring your chest all the way into the sky, really arching your back, looking high into the sky, pulling your shoulders back. Exhale, do the opposite position for a cat pose. Chin to chest, stomach to spine. Beautiful. Inhale back into a center, Vajrasana, and come onto all fours for a tabletop position. So your knees are directly beneath your hips, your wrists are directly beneath your shoulders, pushing into the mat, tucking your toes to get a slight foot stretch. We will do 3 each of these. So when you inhale, tilt your pelvis forward, lifting your chest into the air, stomach to ground, cat or cow. Exhale, chin to chest, stomach and spine to sky for a cat, cow, cat, for a cat. Inhale, lifting your chest into the air, stomach to ground, cow. Exhale, chin to chest, sending your stomach to the sky, cat. Beautiful. Inhale, come back into a center tabletop position and make your way onto your stomach. We are going to work on Sphinx pose. So you're on your stomach, feet go out long, placing your elbows directly beneath your shoulders at a 90-degree angle. So your forearms go straight ahead of you, your elbows are directly beneath your shoulders on both arms, palms flat on the ground. Lift your left leg and pull it back. And then do the same thing for your right leg, really lengthening your spine here. Press into the mat with your elbows, lifting your chest, pulling your shoulders back. Pressing into the mat firmly with the tops of your feet, lifting the tops of your knees, squeezing your bottom, holding this for 2 breaths. Long and steady inhales and exhales. And go ahead as you exhale, come down, placing the side of your head on the mat, relaxing your shoulders on the mat. Holding for 1 breath. And then on your next inhale, come back up into another Sphinx pose. So get your correct alignment, aligning your arms, pulling your shoulders away, pressing into the mat with your tops of your feet, lifting your knees, squeezing your bottom, holding for 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, cross your arms, placing your palms on top of each other, and place your forehead on top of your hands, spreading your feet as wide as the mat for a crocodile pose, resting for 1 whole breath. And inhale, come up into a tabletop position and press straight into a child's pose on your exhale. Knees out wide, feet together, sit back on your heels, stretch your arms out above your head, placing your forehead on the mat. Resting here, stretching your back for 2 whole breaths. On your inhale, come up into a tabletop position and press into the mat with your feet and your hands and lift your hips high in the air as you exhale, pressing your hips to the back of the mat, bending your knees deeply for a downward dog. I really want you to focus here though on your lower back. So don't really concentrate on trying to get the best down dog. I just really want your knees bent so you can really feel the benefits in your back here. Really lengthen your spine and stretch your back. So bend your knees, stay on your tippy toes as much as possible, pressing your hips to the back of the mat and pressing the mat away from you with your hands, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, and holding this for 2 breaths, keeping with your steady breath. Just lengthening that spine. On your next inhale, look at your hands and gently walk to the top of the mat for a forward fold. And we're gonna hang really heavy here for 2 breaths, grabbing the opposite elbows and kind of ragdolling, so bending your knees deeply, Releasing your lower back, you can swing back and forth. One more breath. And as you inhale, slide your hands up your shins, press into your shins, lengthening your spine for a half lift. Exhale, go ahead, plant your hands back down and press it back into your downward dog, but concentrating on really lengthening your spine in this downward dog, holding for 2 breaths. So keep your knees deeply bent, pressing your hips high into the air, up on your tippy toes, and making sure your shoulders are away from your ears. One more breath. And as you exhale, drop it down into a tabletop position. Spread your knees out wide and sit back on your heels for a child's pose. You can have your arms straight out above your head, or you can take them beneath your side and just relax the side of your head on the mat. On your next inhale, come back up into a tabletop position and press into one more downward facing dog, and really lengthening your spine in this one, really stretching it. One more breath, holding in downward dog. Beautiful. One inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands to your feet, keeping your feet about hip width distance apart. Turn your toes to the outside of the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, bend your knees, bringing your bottom all the way down to your heels for Malasana. Lifting your chest and collarbones up into the air, taking your hands to your heart and pressing into your knees with your biceps. If this is too much, you can put a block underneath your bottom for support. So when you come and sit back, you're sitting on the block at whatever length and angle you need it at. So we're going to hold this for one more breath here in Malasana. Beautiful, guys. As you exhale, come down and make your way onto your bottom for a butterfly pose. So feet together, you can take your knees out to the sides and your feet can come way out in front of you or as close as you can get them. And you can also place blocks or blankets under your knees for support. I want you to move the skin beneath your sitting bones away, tilt forward with your pelvis, wrap your hands around your feet as you inhale, lifting your chest high, and exhale, slowly bend forward as far as you can go, concentrating on your lower back and taking it easy. You can take a block in front of you to rest your arms on, holding for 2 whole breaths. Long and steady breaths, just releasing your back muscles. Inhale, slowly make your way back up and come on to your back. And pull your knees into your chest and just give yourself a nice big hug, shoulders on the ground, and rock back and forth slightly to give yourself a little back massage. All right, go ahead and release your left leg. Hug your right knee in, and on your exhale, twist it over to the left side for a supine twist, taking your right arm out and looking to the right. Just releasing our back muscles and really twisting out all the tension. Inhale, come back to center. Hug your left knee in and release your right leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist over to the right side, looking to the left. Going as far as you can go, you can place a block underneath your left knee for support. If your knee cannot go all the way to the ground. Inhale, come back up to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Lift your feet up into the air and grab the outsides of your feet for a happy baby. Spread your legs out wide as far as you can go and try and push your knees into each armpit. And you kind of want like a restriction force in between your hands and your feet. So your feet are pressing into your hands as your hands are pressing into your feet. And you can kind of feel that like constriction and that friction between your hands and your feet. And you can also rock back and forth here on your spine, just releasing any tension in your back. And go ahead and exhale. And for this one, for Savasana, what I want you to do is grab a blanket, folded up blanket, a pillow or two pillows, or you can take two blocks and put them side by side, and you can grab a blanket folded up and place it on top of those blocks, and it's going to act as a support for your knees. So when you are laying in Savasana, you get a lower back release. So it'll go right underneath your knees and it'll lift your knees up just a little bit. Place your hands on your stomach and just start to relax, sinking every muscle deep into the ground. Keeping with that steady breath. So deep inhales through your nose, inflating your chest, ending with your stomach, pausing for 1, 2, and as you exhale, deflate your stomach first, ending with your chest, holding for 1, 2. Kind of tuck your chin into your chest to lengthen your spine. Relax all your face muscles, your eyebrows, your cheeks. Slightly open your mouth to release your tongue and jaw. And with your hands on your stomach, you can really feel each inhale and exhale. And I want you to concentrate on your breath and your lower back and feel the sensations in your back right now. Okay, start to come to just your more normal breath that you do. So you can release those long and steady breaths. And start to bring a little movement into your toes and your fingers. And make your way on to either side for a fetal position. Resting your head on your arm, the other hand goes into the earth to send that energy into the earth. Take one last deep breath here in fetal position, and when you inhale, send that breath into your back body. So really inflating your back ribs and really feeling all of that breath go into your back. And let it all go. And make your way on to your bottom for a comfortable seated position. Taking a couple more deep breaths, concentrating on your lower back, feeling the sensations. Thank you so much for practicing with us today. I hope this really helped to ease some lower back pain or mid back pain. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope that this helped you ease a little bit of your back pain and tension. Please let me know down in the comments below if it did alleviate some of that back pain that you may be having. I am offering online classes, so if you would like to take one of my online classes, the link will be down in the description below for my class schedule. Check it out, and it is only $10 for a class, and your first class is free, so who wouldn't want to do that? Don't forget to subscribe to our travel channel if you would like to keep up to date where we are when we travel, and subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more yoga sequences like this and to further your journey as a yogi. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.